welcome to Cooking It Up with Aunt B. Thanks for returning for the second episode. We're doing our weekend appetizers, and today we're doing an amazing bruschetta. We're talking crostini. We're talking a balsamic vinegar reduction, people. We're talking about running it through the garden, okay? We're not messing around. This isn't kindergarten, so let's get started. Okay, everybody, I'm going to run you through the garden here. There's a lot of ingredients here, but generally bruschetta has tomato, onion, and basil. And you can add some Parmesan, and it's absolutely delicious. But today we want to go over the top and add all of these garden goodies to make it extra special. So we're going to start with marinated artichoke hearts. I have a bag of mixed greens that has baby lettuce, baby greens, and radicchio. We have super sweet golden snacking tomatoes, which are going to make it very sweet and nice. We have cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes. We have fresh basil. We're going to need some olive oil, and you want to get the best balsamic vinegar you can get. Unfortunately, I couldn't shop at the gourmet shops due to the virus and all. So this one was a premium balsamic. So we're going to give it a whirl. But I will say that a really good balsamic in this recipe makes all of the difference. We have shaved Parmesan, fresh. We have fresh mozzarella. We have one red onion, one shallot, a clove of garlic, and a nice crusty baguette, and then some salt and pepper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean all these vegetables. I'm going to fill up a bowl of water. I'm going to put 3 caps of white vinegar in there, and then I'm going to wash all of these things and get them chopped so that you'll see portions and the way I chopped it and how it's all incorporated together. Okay, see you in a little bit. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you how to cut the baguette. You want to cut it in about, I guess 1 inch. And you want to go at a diagonal and just keep slicing uniform slices that are all the same. And again, going at an angle. Just like that. Nice, thick, crusty bread. We're going to set our oven to 350. And then we are going to put these in for about 8 to 10 minutes. And I will show you how to prepare these before going into the oven. Okay? So there you have it on that. Hey everybody, so I got all these beautiful vegetables cleaned. I got them chopped super fine. That is the key to a good bruschetta. You want all of these things to mix well so you get everything in every single bite. So the tomatoes are the star of the dish. So we have 1 cup of each tomato. We have a 1/4 cup of red onion. We have a 1/4 cup of shallot, a 1/4 cup of fresh basil, a 1/2 cup of fresh spring greens chopped. We have a 1/2 cup of artichoke heart, and then we have a 1/2 cup of fresh mozzarella chopped. So now we're going to throw all these guys in a bowl. We're going to mix them up and get them marinating, and then we're going to reduce the balsamic vinegar and get that going. Okay, so now we're going to dump all of this garden goodness right into this bowl. Oh man, if you guys could smell this, it is absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Okay, it's also fresh. And the smell of that basil, it's amazing. Okay, so we're gonna mix this around. Doesn't that look great? Oh boy. Okay, so now we're gonna add a little bit of balsamic. Okay, probably a tablespoon or 2. And then we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil, probably another tablespoon or two. We're gonna hit it with some salt. We're gonna hit it with some pepper. And then we're gonna mix that really well. And then we're going to let that marinate while we are making our balsamic reduction. Okay. Okay, guys, I put into this pot 1 cup of balsamic vinegar, and there is one ingredient I forgot to tell you about, and that is that you want to put a 1/4 cup of sugar in this, and you want to whisk it with a whisk, get all of that sugar incorporated, and you're going to say, my gosh, Bea, that's a lot of sugar. Of course it is. We want this to taste like candy. So in any event, the green stuff on the bruschetta, it's going to be very tart, but it's going to be a nice kind of tart. And how we balance that off is with just a drizzle of this super sweet reduction. Trust me, it's wonderful. If you want to leave out the sugar, you can. But for me, I prefer to have it in. Now, this is at a nice boil. We're going to keep an eye on it so that it doesn't burn. And we need to reduce this down to about a 1/4 cup. And how we'll know it's done is that it should coat the back of our spoon. And then we're done. Super simple, guys. All right, so this has boiled down now. It's a little bit on the syrupy side. So we're going to just check it. And it does kind of coat the back of the spoon. And as that cools, it will thicken up. So we're going to turn off the heat. Okay, and then we're going to set that aside. And now we're going to go on to the crostini. Okay, guys, now we're going to get ready for the crostini. Generally, for this appetizer, you want to grill these in a grill pan so that you can get some really good grill marks on them. I realize that a lot of people do not have a grill pan, so we're just going to do it in the oven today. It's probably easier for most. So I went ahead and I set the oven preheated to 350 degrees. I took some garlic here. I took 1 clove and I chopped it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to infuse some butter with this garlic. So we're going to put it in there. We're going to grab some butter. Don't worry if you have too much butter because you're not going to, maybe use it all. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to microwave that to infuse this butter. And then we're going to take our trusty brush and we're going to brush all of those cuties, okay? So I'll be right back. All right, so I put this on for about 45 seconds. And we have this nice garlic infused butter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our brush and we're going to start painting. We're going to paint each one of these so that we have a nice crisp piece of bread when it comes out of the oven and it is infused with garlic. So these should be very, very tasty when they come out of that oven. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick these in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, guys, the crostini came out of the oven. All ovens are different. I had mine at 350, and at 10 minutes, they weren't getting brown yet. So at about 12 minutes, I torqued it up to 400, and it only took a couple minutes to get it brown. However, if you do that, you literally have to watch it like every minute or two, okay? I want to show you my glaze, how this came out, if you can see. If we take a spoon, it coats it. Now that it has cooled, it's nice and thick. So we're going to top our bruschetta with that. Okay. All right. So we'll get started here. Okay, look at that. Oh, this excites me, people. It makes me all fuzzy and emotional. It's so wonderful. It's so fresh and so good for you. No guilt here, folks. No guilt at all. Now, ideally, you do want to get tomatoes that are so ripe that they're almost going bad. But with this day and age and what we're looking at, we can't really get out to our favorite gourmet shop for the best vegetables and spices and things like that. So you make do. You make do with what you have, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. Okay, so now I am going to drizzle this balsamic vinegar just very gently over the top. Yes, that's the candy. There you go. Okay, so there's our bruschetta. Turned out nicely. So the final little touch is that shaved Parmesan. There you have it, everybody. I hope you enjoy this recipe. It's delicious, it's quick, and it's healthy. Thank you very much for watching.